The Illuminati. Once you, we at war with these devils. Did you strap up your combat boots yet?
Warning, warning, warning. Self-destruct sequence
Three,
activated.
2, 1.
Sometime I need a little something, babe, to help me pass away the time of day. 'Cause I ain't been doing nothing but drinking and thinking, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, since you've been away. Oh, come on, babe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can't you see that I need your love? I'm finding in your heart the weakness. Come on home, yeah, babe. Yeah, 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 yeah. I confess that I've been wrong, yeah.
Yeah, here it is. One more time. It's your boy Flat Archie 5000. About to hit you with some more of this ism right here. This one right here is gonna be called There is no respect and honor for standing up for your own people. Specifically, uh, so-called black people. Um, our people have a tendency of selling each other out. We have a strong tendency of selling each other out. Those who are uh, put put their lives on the line to represent us as a people. Um, those who stood on the front lines of the battlefield and threw their grenades first, tossed their grenades at the opposing forces first, and represented us in the light of truth against the powers that be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, the list goes on, man. I mean, I don't even know, how we could even where to even start. But just a little bit. You got brothers like Thomas Sankara from Burkina Faso. Uh, Even though this brother right here was an Arab, you know what I'm saying? He stood up for so-called black people too. You got your man by the name of Muammar Gaddafi of Libya. He stood up. You got Patrice Lumumba of the Congo. He stood up for his own people. You got who else we got? We got Malcolm X, who stood up for us. You got Marcus Garvey, who stood up for us. You got Noble Drew Ali, who stood up for us. Um, even if you was to take it to the Bible, you know what I'm saying. You had, if you believe in the Bible, if you went to that, you had Jesus, who pretty much placed his life on the line for the common man and the common woman, and he was betrayed by his own kind. You know, all throughout history. You know what I'm saying? Even before post-colonial times, you know what I'm saying? We had brothers and sisters who stood up for us and try to represent us and challenge the powers that be, challenge the elite societies, um, and all throughout time, man. You had a large community of people who were opposed to uh, the light bearer. The light bearer is the individual who's representative of the truth. You know, um, it's sad. It's a real, real sad situation. Uh, that's reflective of our lower self, that's in each and every one of us, reflective of that devil, that evil force that is reflective of us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there is no honor and respect for standing up amongst your own. If you're gonna stand up for so-called black people, it's just something that you're gonna have to deal with. That's high risk with no reward. You know what I'm saying? That's just a hard pill to swallow. That's just the reality of it. It's high risk and no reward, and it's just something that you're gonna have to do from your heart, and knowing that you stood on the square of righteousness, man, and don't expect nothing back in return. Anything that you do receive back in return, any appreciation or anything that you do receive from the people, man, don't take it personal. Don't take it personal, man, because every smile is not, and every handshake doesn't come with friendly or benevolent intent. You know, yeah, man. It's a real sad thing, especially with our people. Um, Different other cultures. Uh, I don't believe they go through what we go through, how we, to the extent that we go through it, man. It's something in us. We have a lot of self hate. It's reflective of our ways and our actions and the things that are spewed out of our mouths that reflects the type of self hate and malevolent force that we have within us. Um, that goes way back before post-colonial times. Um, we had wars amongst one another. Even during the time period when we existed as tribes. You had neighboring tribes that would go to war with other tribes due to political, social, and economical differences. And yeah, man, there is no loyalty among our own, man. Out of 99, out of 100% of us, man, you only have no more than 5%, man, that would actually stand on the square of truth and righteousness while upholding the principles of Ma'at. You know what I'm saying? And having loyalty, following a specific code of ethics, and just following the laws, the universal laws of the universe. You know, with us, man, it's real sad, which is also reflective of why we have what we call the Boule Society. You know, these Greek organizations. You have these brothers and sisters who go to these colleges, and they are Greek members. They become Greeks. And once you study the history of Greek, all Greece did was imitate uh, that which was from Africa, and pretty much took credit for it, and created our gods, and created their gods in our God's image, but painted them white. You know what I'm saying? Painted them as the image of themselves while taking all the credit and not giving credit to the original narrators, authors of this history. You know what I'm saying? One thing I would suggest, and something that I applied to myself, man. Those who are part of secret societies, specifically, like Greek secret societies and Masonry, you got to deal with them from a distance. You don't bring them in close, man, because they don't have an allegiance to you, whether on a friendship level, or whether it's on a business level or political level. They don't have loyalty to you, First and foremost is their organization. Their organization is first and foremost. Is the reason why they are not to be trusted. And these Greeks right now, man, it's in their best interest. It's in their constitution to uphold the system, the global system of white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Because they're being fed fortune and fame by upholding and bringing souls to the Baphomet. You know what I'm saying? That's their job. That's their duty. That's their obligation. That's their lifeline right there, is to bring souls to the Baphomet, because they themselves have sold themselves out a long time ago, man. It's the same thing as reflective of the house nigga and the field nigga. You know what I'm saying? You had the brothers, the common people who were symbolically, who were in the field, that were being used and abused by the powers that be, which were reminiscent of the plantation homeowners, the landowners. You know what I'm saying? Lord of the land, landlord. Thus, and then they always pick the weakest of us, that individual who was pretty much the most fair skinned, who were pretty much reflective of themselves, but just wasn't worthy enough to be of that status. It wasn't worthy enough to be of white, pure blood status. But yet and still, they created Uncle Toms out of the weak ones of us, and it was these so-called these Uncle Toms who would play both sides of the gate, but yet and still their true loyalty was for the powers that be, was the landlord, the lord of the land, the master, the the plantation owner. That was their true loyal. They were sent out into the fields to infiltrate, to find out who was talking bad or talking against the laws that were established among the lords of the land. You know what I'm saying? So they would play both sides of the gate and try to earn the field niggas' trust, but yet and still have an invested interest in maintaining the condition of slavery. So yeah, nothing has changed from then until now. That's my daughter at the door right now. She's knocking, man. She won't sit down for nothing. Yeah. But this was something short, real quick. But once again, there is no loyalty and any honor in standing up for black people, because the same people that you are going to stand up for, these are the ones who's going to tear you down, destroy you, and crucify you. All right? Once again, I'm out. Peace.